new tugboats carry harbor safety and emergency preparedness in tow, state-of-the-art fire safety and oil spill management systems, additional features of the $15 million deal, Prime Minister Minnis notes, represents a valuable public-private sector partnership.
Tug Samson and Rose will be operated by Tug Services Limited, a 100% Bahamian-owned and operated company. The government of the Bahamas entered a 15-year contractual lease arrangement with Tug Services Limited beginning April 2018. These are the kinds of public-private partnerships which help to provide certain necessary services.
Transport Minister Frankie Campbell says the boats are valuable resources, finally replacing old government-owned vessels and assuring a reliable safety net for thousands of vessels traversing docks and harbors in New Providence each year.
As we look at this overcast day, and some of us may not think so kindly of it, but it exemplifies the reason why the maritime industry needs tug services. You see, it is when the seas are a bit rough, when we want to ensure, particularly as ships of the size of our cruise ships are entering and exiting the harbor, that they are able to do that as safely as possible and that they have the necessary assistance.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, how much of a profit this deal is expected to turn for the government. Keishla Adderley, ZNS Network News.
The proposed fiscal responsibility bill is considered to be pivotal to the financial management of the country and is being described as a landmark piece of legislation. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, says the draft bill will hold present and future administrations accountable for their actions in managing the financial affairs of the country.
Instead of relying on government to exercise fiscal discipline by choice, the new legislation constrains fiscal spending by the force of law. It is a forward-looking bill intended to reshape the culture of public accountability. Doing so with legislation means it will commit all future governments and not just this administration. This is a built-in safeguard to ensure continuity, sustainability, and commitment to fiscal discipline.
Talks between nurses and the government are said to be moving in the right direction with their latest meeting on Friday. They have come up with timelines for their demands to be met, giving government until June to meet their payment requests. Union President Amancha Williams says a major concern is the appointment of nurses who have to wait years to be confirmed in their post. Meantime, authorities have guaranteed nurses that moving forward, business will be different with a new policy system in place. Tomorrow is nomination day for the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union after a court injunction stopped it from being held originally on May 8th. Trade unionist Dave Beckford and his team filed the action to allow he and his team, Destiny, to be eligible to offer themselves for the May 23rd election. Now with a nomination day set, Secretary General and leader of Team Phoenix, Darren Woods, say there are several things he and his team hope to achieve if they are successful. At the top of that list is a new industrial agreement. He says while much has been said about the union's failure to secure a contract for employees represented by the Bahamas Hotel Employers Association, which the Melia Resort is a part of, it has successfully negotiated contracts for 4 other properties.
Our first thing is to get a registered industrial agreement, not just a contract, a registered industrial agreement that would flow from different benefits that they would receive. The other thing we are going to do is we are going to introduce a membership discount card that would give our members benefit and discount at various houses, in addition to discounted medical care. We are partnering with First Care that will give our members a discount and also a major medical. We are also going to introduce a major assistance program for our members. because we believe the time has come for our union, our members, the members of this union, to be able to receive benefits when times are hard.
Now, although disappointed that the Supreme Court did not rule in his favor to allow him to nominate for the upcoming Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union elections, leader of Team Destiny, Dave Beckford, says his fight still continues to ensure that union members get quality representation for their $10 weekly union fee. Team Destiny now has to choose a new leader by nomination day, and Beckford says that will be done. He says thousands of hotel workers need proper representation because the current administration, consisting of President Nicole Martin and Secretary General Darren Woods, failed to negotiate an industrial agreement.
We have no increase in salary with VAT being implemented, with the cost of living and the standard of living is going on. Hotel workers, restaurant workers were suffering and we're hurting, and I can say that without fail because I am an employee at Atlantis and I've been working there for almost 24 years. So I'm not in the distance. I know exactly what the members are feeling and what they're going through. So I'm not concerned about the court ruling. The judge has ruled. All I'm saying to the members now is that it's time to make a change, and that we've had this administration in now for almost 10 years, and they have not delivered on their promises. The union is in its worst financial state ever, and members cannot get their benefits, the sick benefit. Members have passed away.
And still to come tonight, we continue to shine the spotlight on the debilitating disease lupus. Stay close. You're watching the News Leader first at 6.
BTC is giving the gift of rollover data, plus free unlimited WhatsApp calls, texts, pictures, and videos. Choose from our 1-day plan for $349, 7-day plan for $999, or our 15-day plan for only $29.99. We've even thrown in unlimited BTC to BTC calls and texts. Dial *203# to activate your plan today. Share every moment with BTC. Terms and conditions apply.
Want to pay less? Or want to save more? Do both. Just bundle your bills into one low-rate loan with Commonwealth Bank. With a consolidation loan at Commonwealth Bank, you'll enjoy one easy monthly payment, plus the chance to win $5,000. So move your loans from other banks to Commonwealth Bank and get ready to pay less and save more.
On Tuesdays, get 9 delicious pieces of chicken for just $12. KFC, made for moms who know how to solve everything, even though it seems it can't be done.
This portion of the news brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking.
The bribery and extortion case of former Public Hospitals Authority Chairman Frank Smith was expected to resume today. However, it was pushed back until tomorrow. The case was also delayed back in February after prosecutors indicated that they needed a number of bank documents that were not yet available. Chief Magistrate Joy Ann Ferguson Pratt is presiding over the case. Jamaican attorney Keith Knight QC heads Smith's legal team. 20-year-old Farrington Road resident Charlton Pierre was charged with the May 11th murder of 16-year-old Stephen Boleg of Sampson Street. Police say shortly after 8 p.m. an altercation occurred on Butler Street in Nassau Village between a group of men. As a result, Boleg was stabbed about the body. Paramedics were called to the scene and attempted to revive Boleg. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Also charged with Pierre was 23-year-old Nassau Village resident Angelica Roop. She was charged with accessory after the fact. Roop is accused of assisting Pierre to avoid due process of law. As she stood before the chief magistrate, she began to cry and said she didn't know what she was getting herself into. Roop and Pierre were not required to enter a plea and were remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. They are scheduled to return to court on July 26 for a voluntary bill of indictment. Their matter will be heard in the Supreme Court. Also charged with murder was 34-year-old Washington Street resident Patrick Goff. He was charged with the December 12, 2016 death of Daniel Belzale. Goff was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. His matter was adjourned to July 26 when he will be served with a voluntary bill of indictment, fast-tracking the matter to the Supreme Court. Goff also appeared before the chief magistrate for a warrant of arrest that was issued in the magistrate's court in Exuma. The name on the warrant is Gino Sands Albury. The court prosecutor says Goff and Albury is the same person, and the identity was confirmed by fingerprinting. Oftentimes, you find that Bahamian women are diagnosed with lupus and are able to share their struggles and journeys with us. Tonight, as we continue to raise awareness on the disease, we share with you the story of a young man whose young family and his faith in God helped him to continue to fight this autoimmune disease.
I was experiencing some joint pains, bringing up blood, and there was a lot of headaches.
These were just some of the symptoms undetected in the diagnosis of now 25-year-old McGill Major. Back in 2013, the father of one experienced symptoms he says some 13 local doctors were still unsure of his condition, even after conducting a series of testings.
They immediately told me, okay, you need to see the medical doctor. So I waited a few hours, saw the medical doctor, and they admitted me. When asked what was going on, they told me that they're not certain as yet, but they have to continue to run some tests.
And with no diagnosis in sight, McGill quickly did his research online and traveled to the United States for further medical attention. Within 30 minutes of his visit, doctors were able to determine that McGill did in fact have lupus, a disease he says changed his life forever.
The treatments I would normally go away on medication, no dialysis or anything of that sort. So right now the lupus for me is pretty much under control, and I visit my doctor pretty much once every 3 to 6 months.
We will have more on this survival story coming up in the Bahamas tonight at 7. Stay with us. Sports is up next. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6.
That portion of the news was brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, the leader in personal banking services.
Yeah, buddy, here y'all got the best prices on tires in Nassau, new and newest tires. I need 4 skids, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. And you must have to be one of them battery and change my oil in my car one time. Now, buddy, whilst you working on my car, I get right on the Maljack Depot and convenience store to stock up on all that pumpkin group and everything. Boy, look here, I got my lobster. Man, look at this price. Fresh snappers and gum. And they got your pepper too, just season up your stuff. Boy, Maljack never jacks up the prices.
Cellular Electronics is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. From the latest in cell phones and accessories, like the iPhone 6s Plus to the Samsung S6 Edge, the latest in game consoles, games, and accessories. We also carry the best hoverboards, stereo sound systems, and much more. We also have certified technicians to fix all your electronic needs. Located in the Coconut Grove Plaza and the mall at Marathon. What are you waiting for? Come on down to CTI Cellular and Electronics today.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Ripped jeans, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are.
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Look at sports for Monday. There's more to bodybuilding than just bulked bodies and ripped abs. Jess Axe and Jaffa Gardner, who won the women's bikini novice, Tanya Forbes captured the women's figure novice, and the women's figure title went to Lindsay Curry. The trio won the individual awards at the 45th Annual Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation's Nationals and Novice Championships held on the weekend. Carding off the Bikini Open title was Tashara Seymour. Those were the 4 categories designed to attract more female participants to the sport. On Saturday night for his contributions to the sport and the development of female basketball players. Swaby, who heads the youthful Foxy Angels, has a stellar win-loss record on both the local and regional levels.
Well, actually, it's the second time that I've been honored by the New Province Women Basketball Association. And I was also honored by Hoyts, by Mr. Moon Markey. But, you know, being honored from people who are dear to you and who you can appreciate for being upfront and honest meant a whole lot. And they really did me in. I mean, I thought some of my former ball players would just come out to watch the game and everything, not knowing that it was all a setup. But it was great having my wife there, and my grandkids, you know, and like I said, my former ball players, and having operators and the Foxy Angels playing on that night. Man, a great deal. It was heartwarming.
Holding court on the pro circuit is David Nesbitt, who plays with Palestino of Brazil. Nesbitt scored 4 points and pulled down 8 boards in the 82-75 loss to Peru. The 7-point loss forced a 5th and deciding game for the championship crown. That game will be played tonight. National player Michael Carey Jr. netted 15 points and 8 rebounds in the Cheville of France 83-75 loss to Nantes. Jorino Kino Barros put up 18 points for Province of France as they defeated Aix-Marie 87-74. Kadeem Colby closed with 14 points as Akita of Japan dealt with Kumanta 99-65. And Gio Bain posted 7 points and 9 rebounds in the Kaishima 95-57 loss to Tokyo Excel. The country's 2 professional female basketball players will not be available to play in the upcoming qualifier to be held in Suriname. So how will the interim coach Wade Watson fill the gap?
Well, Ashley Morris and Brittany Harrison, and then, like I indicated, Marvia Dames. I think those are some of the biggest players we have so far. And then we also spoke with a young lady, I think her name is Diana Pierre. She plays in the Missouri Valley State Conference. She seems to be pretty tall. We don't know if we're going to get her to play. She's off for a trial, and if she depends on what happens next week, she'll try to come home and see if she can also make the team. But she's also big, and hopefully she could be a part of our core.
From track and field, Devin Charlton leading the pack at the Big Ten Conference Championship, running away with the 100 meters and the 100-meter hurdle titles and placing 7th in the 200 meters. In the 100 meters, Charlton clocked 11.22 seconds. Her time in the 100-meter hurdles was recorded at 13.07 seconds and 23.61 seconds in the 200 meters. Athletes who compete in multiple events at track and field meets, their accomplishments usually go unnoticed. Decathlete Ken Mullings is trying to change this myth. He is putting the Bahamas on the map in decathlon.
It was a good experience for me. I felt like I worked hard all year to accomplish the achievements I did all year, and the competition was good. When I'm competing at an international competition, I feel more exposed. Especially when I win meets like that, I feel like I'm more up there in the world ranking in the decathlete.
Another multiple sport catching on in the Bahamas is triathlon. Participants get to test their endurance by completing the swimming, cycling, and running routes mapped out on the day of competition.
More and more people get to participate in those events, and more people enjoy it. And what is really encouraging is to see a lot of people seeking to do different training. So there is a nice swimming opportunities with different coaches, and more people participate in them. So I think it's very positive, and I think we will see a lot of more kids participating in it, and then maybe we'll have another Flora Daffy that grew in the Bahamas.
That's your first look at sports. Don't go anywhere. There's more to come.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Just like in a song from days of yore, here you come a knocking, knocking on my door, and I never met a girl like you before.
Adrian Gibson. Now the Bahamas residents can fly or cruise free to the family islands. What are your summer vacation plans?
I'm gonna go to Long Island, and you should come too.
And there's no better time than now with the 2-Fly or Cruise Free promotion, where all residents of the Bahamas can fly or cruise free to the family islands from Nassau.
Let's go.
Refresh, reconnect, and unwind in the family islands. For details, go to bahamasresidents.com and fly or cruise free to the family islands today.
You thought it was the talk of the town, but get ready for more.
More energy, more excitement, exhilarating, compelling, informative, educational talk on The Conversation.
I'm Shanique Miller. Pull up a chair with a cup of tea and join me weekdays at 4 on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, and The Light, 810 AM for The Conversation. I'm excited to have you around the table.
ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Watch our live channel to keep up with what's going on in the nation. News updates, we've got you covered. Tune into our radio stations with just a swipe. On the road, on the go, we're here with you. Available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store.
In Caribbean news this Monday, the government of Antigua and Barbuda will make history when it reports to the Organization of American States on Monday on its measures to improve the rights of Rastafarian community. Ambassador to the United States and the OAS, Sir Ronald Saunders, will be joined on Monday by Ambassador Franklin Francis, a leading member of the Rastafari community who will also address the OAS Permanent Council on the actions of the Antigua and Barbuda government. Questions were being asked on Friday night as to why the immigration authorities in St. Kitts and Nevis failed to flag Jamaica's most wanted fugitive when he left St. Kitts Robert L. Bradshaw International Airport aboard a flight for Antigua's Byrd International Airport on Friday afternoon. Antigua Newsroom reported that Corps was apprehended and taken into custody during a joint operation between Antigua police and immigration officials at the airport on Friday. The Caribbean Court of Justice on Sunday ordered that a St. Lucian who has lived in Barbados for several years, Professor Eddie Ventos, is to be added to the register of voters in Barbados. The court declared that it was satisfied that the legal and regulatory conditions for his registration have been met.
Time now for weather.
In our first look at weather, lots of tropical moisture in our area, and that's as a result of an area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, which is undercutting an upper level trough. The Hurricane Center, by the way, is having a look at this system. It has a medium chance of development, but whatever happens to it in terms of development, what we do know, it will be injecting lots of moisture across the islands, and that will fire up showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. Outside of our studios, we have mostly cloudy skies. Temperature just around 77 degrees, relative humidity 73%. The winds are out of the south-southeast at 11 knots. Your barometric pressure 1,015.0 millibars. That is 29.97 inches, and it is falling. That's going to do it for your first look at weather. So stay tuned. More weather is still to come.
Thanks a lot, Basil, and that's a look at news here in the Bahamas tonight, first at 6. But don't you move. News from the northern Bahamas is up next.
Abrupt closure without sufficient notice, leaving customers frustrated. The Wheatley J. Grant Empowerment Center officially opened in Hunters. And the Free National Movement reflecting on its first year in office during a church service.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shoshana Roll-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, a local bank coming under fire tonight. Customers and clients of CIBC First Caribbean lamenting their frustrations on the bank's abrupt closure today until further notice due to remedial work. Tonight, our Megan Shepard spoke with those customers about this major inconvenience.
Clients of CIBC First Caribbean Bank on Grand Bahama arriving to a grave inconvenience on Monday as they met yellow caution tape bordering the steps to the entrance and an industrial-sized dumpster sitting in front of the building. As residents attempted to do their banking, they were informed by the security guard that the bank will be closed until Wednesday, as repairs are currently happening on the inside. Client Donna Lang-Jones says that this closure is a major inconvenience, especially for her international clients.
Well, I just came to the bank's parking lot and I noticed that it seems empty. I see these caution cords are out front. I wasn't aware that it was going to be closed today and not closed for the next 3 days. And I'm actually here to do some banking, and it's going to be very inconvenient for me and for my clients that I'm working with today. So it's very unfortunate, and I was really not aware. And I was in here last week and did not notice that it was going to be closed. And it's going to be an inconvenience, and it's something that they will not understand because it's not acceptable as far as they're concerned. And it's very unfortunate for me doing business. I see other people are coming here, so they obviously didn't know.
Businessman Dennis Knowles sharing those sentiments. He notes that there was no prior notice given to clients as to the impending closure.
I found the place closed. They told me that it's closed until Wednesday. what's going on. There was no notice given or anything else. It's very scary. I can't do business. Hey, I can't deposit, I can't withdraw, I can't send drafts. I don't know what. I don't know what to expect. All I can hope is that somebody sorts this out. At least tell us what's going on. Give us some options. So no, it's very saddening.
Client George Ward says that the closure is an inconvenience he was not anticipating, but he will attempt to make use of the ATM.
I can't pay my people. See, I got a check, I just get it. I can't pay my people. I don't know why they want to close the bank on Monday. You know, that's about it. That's all. I don't have to come here. I'm banking because I could go in there, but I can't go in there today. I got to cash this.
Now, the ATM at the East Mall branch is still up and fully operational. A sign posted on the entrance at the ATM section also directed clients to other instant teller locations, including in Port Lucaya, Solomon's Lucaya and Queens Highway, and Municipal Motors. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, social and economic development on tap for communities within the Southern District of Grand Bahama as a staple in that area is revived. The YMTA in Hunters, which was established some 50 years ago, encountered some challenges in recent years, but after a major renovation project, the community center was relaunched this past weekend. The Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama and the Deputy Prime Minister were on hand for the occasion. It was a time of unity and celebration as the center, which had fallen into a state of disrepair following Hurricane Matthew, was officially reopened and renamed the Whitley J. Grant Empowerment Center on Saturday. Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama, Aaron Lewis, says that this move is all about empowerment, and the center, which provides young people with various opportunities through sports, education, and other avenues, will continue to do just that.
The level of beauty is what I see in you. The level of cleanliness, the manicured lawn, the basketball court. This is because I believe in you. This will be turned over to you to manage. This is the first. I expect you to be responsible custodians. You take care of it. You show that you have pride. You now come here, get your peddler's license, have your events, do your fundraisers, put money in your pocket. And after you would have done that, look out for your fellow man.
The center can also boast of creating the first smart park in the region with the installation of an Omni-Flow device consisting of several components, including a built-in router with free Wi-Fi for the community through the assistance of IQ Energy.
I hope this will inspire others to see the future. This is what the country is moving towards. Being able to communicate, having kids come out in the evening, do their homework over the internet. So I think it's a positive step in the future, and I hope that we're able to do much more and throughout the communities here and in the Bahamas.
Officially opening the community center was the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, K. Peter Turnquest, who notes that the government believes in creating wholesome spaces for young people.
This is going to be a safe haven for these young children. This is going to be a place where they can come and learn, where they can come and experiment, where they can come and play in a safe, secure environment. And that is an admirable aim. It is also going to be a place where they can learn new skills, where they can be engaged in productive pursuits to help them with their homework, to help them with issues that they may have in their homes. And I am sure that Urban Renewal will participate to help them identify and to assist with some of the needs that they may have.
The various sections of the park were also unveiled, like the basketball court, which is now named in honor of Fletcher Lewis Jr., a native of Hunters who was able to advance to the finals in the men's long jump at the 1976 Olympics. The Wheatley Grant Empowerment Center is named after one of the founding members of the YMTA, which was founded some 50 years ago, and the playing field was named after the late Bernard Tampa Russell, who was also a founding member of the group. This past week, the governing Free National Movement marked 1 year since winning the 2017 general election by a landslide victory. On Sunday, the party celebrated this anniversary in the House of the Lord. Megan Shepard reports.
Members of Parliament, government officials, and supporters of the governing Free National Movement worshiping at the Church of the Ascension to give God thanks as they celebrate 1 year in office. Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable K. Peter Turnquist, notes that it was indeed a pleasure to return to the same church in which they celebrated their historic victory on May 10th, 2017.
I want to thank all of you who would have supported our party, who would have participated in the elections of 2017, who continue to encourage, to pray for, and to support this government. No doubt we have a number of challenges before us. Our first year has been marked with some disappointments, but it has also been marked with tremendous achievements and success.
The deputy leader taking the opportunity to ask the congregation and community for their continued support and prayers. He says that brighter days are ahead for this country and this island, but is asking the community to continue to partner with the government.
We look at the challenges that lay before us as opportunities, and I know that Grand Bahama is going to reap the benefits of the hard work, the seeds that have been sowed over the last year. And so I ask you to continue to pray for us, continue to encourage and to support this government, continue to pray and support each other as we continue to work together to build and to bring new birth to our island and to our country.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
In news from the crime beat, police need your help in locating 3 Grand Bahama men. The first is Omar Roll of Sea Grape 8 Mile Walk. He is wanted for making threats of death. Roll is 42 years old, 160 pounds, 5 feet 6 inches tall, dark brown eyes and dark brown complexion. Police say he is considered dangerous and should not be approached. The second suspect is 51-year-old Raymond Moxie of 8 Mile Walk, who is wanted for questioning on the charge of shop breaking and stealing. Moxie is of dark brown complexion with dark brown eyes, average built, 180 pounds, 5 feet 9 inches tall. Police say Moxie is also considered dangerous and should not be approached. The third suspect, 22-year-old Jeffrey Simmons Jr., who is wanted by the Central Detective Unit for unlawful sexual intercourse. Simmons is described as 5 feet 8 inches tall with dark brown complexion, dark brown eyes, average build, and about 150 pounds. Simmons also has a thin mustache with a goatee beard and a low haircut. Police say his last known address is Pinedale 8 Mile Walk, and if you see him, you should approach with caution. Now, if you have any information on the whereabouts of all 3 of these men or any of these men, you can call 911, 919, or your nearest police station. Police officials discovering illegal ammunition and dangerous drugs on Grand Bahama. According to reports, shortly after 11 a.m. on Friday, May 11th, Drug Enforcement Unit officers acting on information went to Alcester Road and conducted a search of an area where they discovered in a black plastic bag 50.9mm rounds of ammunition and 50.40 rounds of ammunition. In the second incident, while in the area of Drake Avenue, officers acting on information conducted a search of a track road in Bushes, where they discovered 2 clear plastic packages and a bag containing suspected marijuana. Now, the estimated weight is about 60 pounds with a street value of $6,000. There were no arrests made in these matters, and police are actively investigating. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues. But first, the Grand Bahama Homecoming Committee is hosting its first concert this Saturday. And tonight you can win a free ticket by just answering this question. What is the name of Tarrus Riley's first debut album? If you have the answer to this question, you can log on to our Facebook page. Be the first to answer, and we will announce the winner at the end of tonight's newscast. Good luck, and once again, we said that the question is, what is the name of Tarrus Riley's debut album? If you have that answer, once again, go to our Facebook page, log on, and if you are the first person to answer, you will be the winner at the end of tonight's newscast. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.
portion of the news is brought to you by Dolly Madison, Freeport's original home center.
Dolly Madison's Ace Housewares and Plant Nursery departments are set to make this Mother's Day her best ever with a 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday. Choose from Dolly's vast selection of modern houseware items and gadgets to make her life easier. Then head on over to the Plant Nursery for roses, indoor and outdoor plants, fruit trees, and more. This Friday and Saturday only at Dolly Madison's Ace Houseware and Plant Nursery Mother's Day sale.
Come on down now.
Lucayan Medical Center provides services in family medicine, internal medicine, obstetrics, gynecology, surgery, pain management, psychiatry, audiology, podiatry, and dentistry. We offer laboratory, ECG, X-rays, ultrasound, CAT scans, and MRI scans. Also here, pharmacy, physiotherapy, fitness programs, and pre-employment medical screening. Skilled staff serve you with dignity and confidentiality. Visit Lucayan Medical Center for your healthcare needs.
Mulligan's Restaurant Supply Store, where you can find all the essential products required by you or your catering companies, restaurants, and bars at the lowest prices. Their professional kitchen supplies, aluminum baking pan, foam products, paper and plastic products, cake boxes and boards in different sizes sold individually, sodas, juices, and grocery items, seasonings, peanuts sold by the sack, commercial cleaning products, and also check out the wholesale and retail beers, wines, and spirits section. They're located on Yellow Pine Street. That's Mulligan's Restaurant and Supply Store.
She wants to be like
It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming on Saturday, May 19th. Starring the hitmaker, the culture and lovers rock king, Taurus Riley.
Taurus
Riley. Doing all his hits. Live on stage, Saturday, May 19th at Gombe Park, International Bazaar, Freeport, Bahama. It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming. It's Monday weekend. Purchase your early bird special tickets now. General admission, $20. VIP, $35. All access, $60. Purchase tickets at all Fluid Factory locations. Brought to you by Alive.
Oh, Taurus.
Bahamas massive, Freeport to be exact. This is your singer Taurus Riley, and do remember, May 19th, that's where it's at, Taurus Riley. Homecoming vibes, homecoming celebration. I know the Bahamas is just like home. See? Sing it. We'll be there 19th of May. Sing some nice shit here, nice place. See? Salute.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Gold Rock Concrete, now manufacturing 4, 6, and 8-inch concrete blocks and ready-mix concrete. The Grand Bahama Homecoming Committee brings you Taurus Riley live in concert Saturday, May 19th, Gombe Park, International Bazaar. Don't you miss it. Covering the Northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Grand Bahama American Women's Club continuing their tradition of giving scholarships to deserving students in the community. A special ceremony held at the Ruby Swiss restaurant to reward those students. Megan Shepard reports.
For decades, the American Women's Club has been committed to service on the island of Grand Bahama. With this in mind, the club started a scholarship fund in order to assist students that have excelled academically. Some 21 students were rewarded with funds to go toward their education. Delivering the keynote address, Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama, Iram Lewis, the parliamentarian sharing his personal story of overcoming humble beginnings to becoming an Olympian and now parliamentarian. He notes that it is not about the size of the challenge, but how you approach these challenges and how you overcome.
My point is, all of us face challenges. Some challenges are bigger and deeper than others, but we all face them, and it's not the challenges that defines us, but it is the way that we respond to those challenges that determines whether we win or lose, whether we succeed or fail, or whether or not life gets the best of us, or we get the best out of life.
Lewis also shared the story of losing his son some 3 years ago in a traffic accident, which he says was motivation for him to step up and do more for his country. He says speaking to students gives him the chance to indirectly give back to his son. He told the students not to take the scholarship contribution lightly and to seize every great opportunity in life.
So I appeal to you, young ones, take advantage of this opportunity that you've been given by the American Women's Club Association and use it as a stepping stone to your greatness. My son's tragic and sudden death was a reminder to me that life is not promised to anyone, and as such, we must learn to live each day as if it is our last. That means we must pursue our dreams, use our time wisely in pursuit of those dreams, prepare ourselves for when favor comes our way, and we must learn to appreciate and love our fellow man.
The funds for the scholarships are raised at the club's annual golf tournament. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
In other news, this month is being celebrated as Nurses Month, and recently a midwives conference was held in honor of the annual observance at the Pelican Bay Resort. The theme, Midwives Leading the Way with Quality Care. Principal Nursing Officer Sherilyn Bain says the midwifery profession has evolved over the years, and seminars like these help nurses to remain on the cutting edge, while Senior Nursing Officer Karen Woodside says midwives are teachers.
We're looking at practices. Practices has changed. Training for the midwives has changed over the past maybe 2 years. The training now, the duration period is 18 months rather than the 1 year in previous years.
We are knowledgeable. We are practitioners in our own rights. So we are there to teach, to ensure the welfare of the mother and the baby after a safe pregnancy and delivery.
Keynote speaker was assistant professor at the University of the Bahamas, Maggie Turner. She says research has shown that midwives spend more time with their patients. Speaker Dr. Karen Albury spoke on the effective communication and how it impacts teamwork.
Yes, the research is also showing that midwives spend 20 to 30 minutes more with their antenatal patients or clients. And we do a lot of health education also. And one way of preventing complications is through education and of course compliance on the part of the expectant mother. And so with this extra time that the midwife spends with the mother, we see reduction in complications, what have you. And of course the outcomes will also be better.
One of the things that we know is when people aren't communicating effectively, information is not conveyed to different members of the team, and that can affect patient care. So what we're aiming to do is emphasize that everyone has a role within the team, everyone has knowledge which they can share and is valuable to the input and the care of the patient.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
This is Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Lawrence from Freeport inquired, "My wife has trouble falling asleep almost every night. What do you recommend for this?" Thanks for your question, Lawrence, and there are many others who have similar sleeping problems. Your wife has what we call insomnia. It is a sleep disorder where there is difficulty falling asleep and or staying asleep. Persons suffering from insomnia may also experience tiredness upon awakening, and if they wake up during the night, they have difficulty falling back asleep. Stress, certain medical conditions such as anxiety, depression, or sleep apnea, medications, caffeine, and nicotine can all have a negative effect on sleep. If left untreated, insomnia can pose serious health risks. Studies have shown that people with insomnia are found to miss work more often, have a higher risk of developing depression, and have overall poorer health. So here are some of my recommendations to prevent insomnia. Have a regular sleep schedule, avoid caffeinated beverages late in the evening, and avoid taking naps in the evening. If these simple changes don't help and you or your partner are still experiencing sleep problems, please discuss your symptoms with your doctor. Natural sleep aids and prescribed medications for insomnia are available. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
We've already got a winner. Stay tuned to the end of the newscast and you can find out if it is you. But first, Ricardo Lightborn comes up next with a check on sports.
Be fashionable, be trendy, be in style.
All last year, I felt the love, Belinda. But this year, I want to just kick it up a notch.
Did you hear about our new bamboo line?
When he started talking about you can still on TV.
Hold on, Dr. Love. Not that type of bamboo you talking about. You ain't hear about the nice bamboo sheet. And you can get it in all colors. And if you ain't want it in the sheets, Dr. Love, you can get it in the pillows.
Thank God for Island Bedding.
Come and visit me at number 5, Queens Highway, Island Bedding.
The Awards and Science Center has everything you need to help you give that special someone the most amazing personalized creative gift. One-of-a-kind floral arrangements to brighten someone's day. Recognition awards ranging from plaques to trophies. And yes, even tombstones to memorialize your loved ones. Visit the Awards and Science Center and be dazzled by our vast, beautiful array of supplies on West Atlanta Drive. The Awards and Science Center.
Could you give me...
High five?
No, honey. I was asking...
The remote control?
No, I want...
A kiss. You're so pretty.
Get the KFC Big Box! 2 pieces of chicken, fries, coleslaw, corn, and our new cinnamon biscuit bites. And a 20-ounce drink. Only at KFC Freeport. KFC, always original and finger-licking good. Get the KFC Big Box!
The Grand Bahama Homecoming Committee and Sans Bear present Old School vs. New School Bear Fest, Friday, May 18th, Premier Lounge Grounds, Queens Highway. Gates open at 6, admission free before 8.
Hey everybody, it's Sports Member Carter Life One tonight. This one goes out to my good friend Buster Lang. Marjorie, make sure you do take care of my baby boy. And Vesna Lang, old as could be, but she got a reason to celebrate. The Grand Bahama Flag Football League implemented a youth element over the weekend. The response, folks, was very positive. The game of flag football will now have a youth element. The Grand Bahama Flag Football League started as youth league, and it's been quite positive. The fundamental of the game, throwing and catching, was the drills on Saturday. Coaches looking extremely pleased with the talent level. Stafford Albury is the league commissioner, and he's excited with the program.
The ages are 7 to 17, and the program is going to be about 16 weeks, partly through the summer. We basically want to teach these kids the fundamental of flag football. They come with here and, you know, build some good character, some good sportsmanship towards each other. Basically for them to have fun and something to do through the summer.
The youth football program is every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. It's open to all young men and women interested in learning and playing the game of flag football, says Stafford.
Jack Haywood School, I think they have a team they want to bring out. Also St. George's, I think they have, and Sunland. Once you bring that team, that's great, but if you just step into the arena, we're going to put you in a draft. We have a draft system that we currently working on right now. So any young kids who want to come in, they'll go into the draft, and we will draft them onto another team and they can play.
President of the GBFL, and that is Craig Smith, also was at the grill, making sure the players have their lunch after their workout. The Youth League will serve as a feeder system, and they're all about inter-island play as well.
Hopefully we get some sports come on board to help us out, because, you know, our league is a small league, unfunded, but we try our best to try put back and then give them back to the community, because we normally get sponsors from most of the local businesses to help us with our adult league. So this year I hope, you know, we can get this going and get more parents and stuff come out and support us.
How you get on the grill?
Well, boy, they had to find someone to burn up something. So so that's why I ended up on the grill today. So I always get blamed for something. I should burn this too.
The real hot shots are the under-7 players, and these little guys have got skill at a high level. Oh yeah, they already have their team cheer. It's called Black Panthers. Let's run out of soccer play in the Arthur Paris Marinab League. Looking at the National Junior Boys, folks. He defeated Bishop Michael Eldon 3-1 for the title. Hugo Allenbeck, also the MVP award. Congrats to him. Also from the primary school side of things, Freeport Primary held off Mary Star of the Sea 2-1, and also Freeport Gospel closed out Tabernacle 3-0, and LIS with a 3-1 win over Barton Hill Primary. Not bad for our little kids as they're having some fun in terms of what they're doing, and that's going to be. No, let's keep going. Can we go? Okay. Well, tell me they'd say that's good. Okay, that's a look at sports.
In coaching, when you want to look like a star. Phone 443-7979.
She wants to be like.
It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming on Saturday, May 19th. Starring the hitmaker, the culture and lovers rock king, Taurus Riley.
Taurus Riley.
Doing all his hits.
I'm sorry that
Live on stage, Saturday, May 19th at Gombe Park, International Bazaar, Freeport, Bahamas. It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming. It's Monday weekend. Purchase your early bird special tickets now. General admission $20. VIP $35. All access $60. Purchase tickets at all Fluid Factory locations. Brought to you by Alive.
Oh, Taurus.
Bahamas massive, Freeport to be exact. It's the year singer Taurus Riley, and do remember, May 19th, that's where it's at, Taurus Riley. Homecoming vibes, homecoming celebration. I know the Bahamas is just like home. See? Sing it. We'll be there 19th of May. Sing some nice, should be a nice place. See? Salute.
Hi, I'm Olympia Ferguson from Budget Pest Control. On Grand Bahama, there are only two types of homes, those with termites and those that will have termites. The signs you should look for are drywood termite fecal pellets, subterranean termite shelter tubes, and of course damaged wood. We now have on Grand Bahama the Coptotermes formosanus, or the super termite, which can do extreme damage in a very short period of time. To know more and to protect your investment, contact the termite experts at Budget Pest Control. With us, it's not just a company behind you, but a family. We are located on 13 Forest Avenue. Call us today at 351-7378.
She wants to be like.
It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming on Saturday, May 19th. Starring the hitmaker, the culture and lovers rock king, Taurus Riley.
Taurus Riley.
Doing all his hits.
I'm sorry that.
Live on stage, Saturday, May 19th at Gombe Park, International Bazaar, Freeport, Bahamas. It's the Grand Bahama Homecoming. It's Monday weekend. Purchase your early bird special tickets now. General admission $20. VIP $35. All access $60. Purchase tickets at all Fluid Factory locations. Brought to you by Alive.
Oh, Taurus.
Bahamas massive, Freeport to be exact. It's the year singer Taurus Riley, and do remember, May 19th, that's where it's at, Taurus Riley. Homecoming vibes, homecoming celebration. I know the Bahamas is just like home. See? Sing it. We'll be there 19th of May. Sing some nice, should be a nice place. See? Salute.
Since we met, baby, no need for running around. Looks like you cool me down. You cool me down, girl.
We've got a winner. The winner is Shanae Ava. The answer was challenges. The question was, what is the name of Taurus Riley's first debut album? You don't know nothing about this. You
got that right.
So the answer to the question was challenges, and of course, all week we will be giving away platinum tickets, and of course, the grand prize is, guess what the grand prize is? Upload your favorite Taurus Riley song through a video on our Facebook page. Sing your heart out, and on Thursday we will select a winner, and then you get to come in the skybox with the ZNS team. That's me and you, Rick.
That ain't me.
We bringing no old people behind us. It's gonna be just a young crew.
Tomorrow, and I'll see you all in August.
Don't make.
You and Tyrus have a ball. I'm out of here.
Well, of course, tune in all week and we'll have more platinum tickets. That's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, Shanae Ava, come and pick up your ticket, girl. You're going to Taurus Riley. Stay with us.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, a $15 million private public sector investment to shore up port safety. Nurses put their demands and a deadline on the table. And the country's largest union prepares to go to the polls after clearing a hurdle in the courts. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Every Day.
A $15 million lease agreement signed to provide port safety vessels in busy Nassau Harbor. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Topping the news tonight, 2 new tugboats were christened today, providing a crucial safety net for the largest vessels navigating the ports of the capital. Samson and Rose berthed in the Prince George Dock today, the major zone of coverage for the much-needed maritime safety resource. Prime Minister Minnis did the honors as the Bahamian-owned company officially began to carry out the terms of a 15-year agreement with the government. A christening ceremony advancing a maritime legacy. Tugboats 60-ton Rose and 70-ton Samson, named to commemorate the strength of a late Olympic gold medalist sailor Sir Deward Knowles. Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis, with Sir Deward's widow Holly alongside, hailed the $15 million investment of the wholly owned and operated Tug Services Limited as filling an important void.
These are the kinds of public-private partnerships which help to provide certain necessary services. The agreement calls for Tug Services Limited to provide 2 50-ton bollard pull azimuth stern drive tugboats on a daily time charter. I am not a tug man, so. This includes management services, crew, firefighting, oil spill recovery, salvage capabilities, and vessel maintenance for tug service at Nassau Harbor and Clifton Pier.
The boats are under a 15-year-long government lease and will replace 2 government-owned tugs. Transport Minister Frankie Campbell says will likely be sold in the interest of financial prudence. He says the public-private sector partnership will be cost-effective and is expected to turn a profit.
Committed to pay Tug Services Limited in the area of $4 million per year. However, we will raise almost twice that much, so at the end of the day, the Bahamas government will recoup the necessary funds to pay that $4 million and probably get a profit of near to $3 million.
Sir Deward's daughter, Charlotte Albury, remembering her father's legacy, joked about another maritime venture for the family.
I know without a doubt that Sir Deward is with us here today and is so proud of Eugene, Alvin, and Freddie for what they have accomplished. Holly, all I can say is, at least it's not another sailboat.
The Prime Minister noted this deal as one of several public-private sector partnerships, including maritime interests, electricity generation, and renewable energy, which will help to keep the country's systems afloat. Well, changing the culture of public accountability is the aim of new legislation, the Fiscal Responsibility Bill. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, sees the proposed law as pivotal to the government's economic action plan, underpinned by fiscal discipline. Here's Fern Carey.
The new draft Fiscal Responsibility Bill is being called a landmark piece of legislation. It puts rules and guidelines in place for the way present and future governments spend and account for public money. This as the national debt stands at nearly $8 billion. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, says the proposed legislation will also create a system for more financial discipline.
The proposed fiscal responsibility legislation honors a campaign commitment to make fiscal discipline a central component of our economic action plan, establishes sound governing principles to guide the process, creates an ongoing system of checks and balances, sets limits to control the deficit, establishes caps on debt levels, reins in overall government spending, mandates an unprecedented level of transparency.
An independent 5-member Fiscal Responsibility Council will also be established to conduct ongoing assessments of the government's finances and to make those assessments public.
The government is also mandated to provide its fiscal strategy report to the Fiscal Responsibility Council and also to the Parliament. The new law will require the government to submit a fiscal adjustment plan to explain any proposed deviations from its fiscal strategy report. The law will require the government to present a fiscal impact analysis along with any new spending proposals that falls outside of the approved budget.
The proposed law will also put mechanisms in place to curb government spending during an election year. Meanwhile, the legislation will be implemented over a 3-year period.
Overarching strategic goal pivots on the fiscal objectives, which are to 1. Lower the deficit and maintain a sustainable fiscal balance. 2. Lower debt to sustainable long-term levels. 3. Maintain current expenditure growth in line with growth in nominal GDP. We believe that this combination of fiscal objectives will achieve sustainability in government's finances and ensure the long-run stability and viability of the Bahamian economy.
The bill is expected to be tabled in Parliament to coincide with the 2018-2019 budget later this month. Frank Carey, ZNS Network News.
Nurses Union President Amansha Williams is calling talks with the government productive after some tense exchanges over the last several weeks on issues including a controversial shift system and job confirmation. President Williams says the Public Hospitals Authority has guaranteed that outstanding monies will be addressed, and moving forward, business will be dealt with differently with a new policy system. Still, she's hoping that deadlines are upheld on those matters. Well, still ahead tonight, the bribery and extortion trial of a former member of Parliament back on the court schedule today. And the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union getting set for elections. You're watching the news later. The Bahamas Tonight continues right after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the new Shell and Leaded, designed for extra miles.
Are your monthly bills coming in on top of your holiday bills? It's time for a change. Bundle your bills into one low-rate loan with Commonwealth Bank. Move your high-rate loans and credit card balances from other banks to a low-rate consolidation loan at Commonwealth Bank. Less stress, less to pay, each and every month. Plus, the chance to win $5,000. So make a change. Get a consolidation loan at Commonwealth Bank and pay less.
Every day you wake up with the world in the palm of your hand. Making connections and creating memories and sharing them with the people you care about. Every day the world is at your fingertips, and you can experience every blockbuster movie in stunning HD and top 100 Billboard music hit with the touch of a button. Every day your family and friends are important to you, and staying in touch no matter where you are in the Bahamas or the world is your #1 priority. And that's why every day for over 100 years, BTC has been there to ensure that every Bahamian has the best connection to the world. We cover every island, rock and key, regardless of the cost. This is BTC Country.
Guys, come on. It's time to go. We are the team, man.
Mom Genius. On Tuesdays, get 9 delicious pieces of chicken for just $12. KFC, made for moms who know how to solve everything, even though it seems it can't be done.
Home
Home is more than where the heart is. Home is where the children feel safe, a place where family comes first. Come home today with a BOB residential mortgage. Enjoy attractive rates with up to 25 years to repay, or use the equity in your home to fund home improvements or other worthwhile needs. Isn't it time you came home to a place of your own? Talk with us today. BOB, your bank of solutions.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together, with a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. BAF has got you covered.
I worked hard to do well in high school.
Now that I am graduating,
What am I going to do next?
what am I going to do this summer?
I'm going to the University of the Bahamas Summer Bridging Program.
You don't need PGCSE results to sit the entrance exam.
Available for 16 to 24-year-olds residing in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and throughout the Family Islands.
Are you motivated to attend university?
The best part for me though, on successful completion of the Summer Bridging Program, you can be guaranteed direct entry into the University of the Bahamas.
McDonald's. I'm loving it.
The bribery and extortion case of former Public Hospitals Authority Chairman Frank Smith was expected to resume today, but has been adjourned to tomorrow. The case was delayed back in February after prosecutors indicated they need a number of bank documents that weren't yet available. Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt is presiding over the case. Jamaican attorney Keith Knight, QC, heads Smith's legal team. In other court news, 20-year-old Farrington Road resident Charlton Pierre appeared in court today, charged with the May 11th murder of 16-year-old Stephen Bowleg of Sampson Street. According to police reports, last Friday, a group of men got into a fight on Butler Street in Nassau Village, resulting in Bowleg being stabbed about the body. Paramedics were called to the scene and attempted to revive him, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Also charged in the case, 23-year-old Nassau Village resident Angelica Roop. She was charged with accessory after the fact. Roop, it's alleged, knowing that Pierre was a party to an offense of murder, assisted him in avoiding due process of law. As Roop stood before the chief magistrate, she began to cry and said she didn't know what she was getting herself into. Roop and Pierre were not required to enter pleas and were remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. They're scheduled to return to court July 26th for service of voluntary bill of indictment papers. Also charged with murder in the magistrate's court was 34-year-old Washington Street resident Patrick Goff. He was charged with the December 12, 2016 death of Daniel Belazale. Goff was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. His matter is adjourned to the 26th of July, when he is expected to be served with voluntary bill of indictment papers. Goff also appeared before the chief magistrate on a warrant of arrest, which was issued by the magistrate's court in Exuma. The name on that warrant, Gino Sands Albury. It was reportedly determined by police that Goff and Albury are the same person based on fingerprint analysis. Well, tomorrow is nomination day for the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union after a court injunction put May 8th elections on hold. Trade unionist Dave Beckford and his team filed the action to allow their team Destiny to be eligible to contest the election. With a new nomination day set, Secretary General and leader of Team Phoenix, Darren Woods, says there are several things they hope to achieve if elected, including a new industrial agreement. He says while much has been said about the union's failure to secure a contract for employees, represented by the Bahamas Hotel Employers Association, which the Melia Resort is part of, it has successfully negotiated contracts for 4 other properties.
Our first thing is to get a registered industrial agreement, not just a contract, a registered industrial agreement that would flow from different benefits that they would receive. The other thing we are going to do is we are going to introduce a membership discount card that would give our members benefit and discount at various houses, in addition to discounted medical care. We are partnering with First Care that will give our members a discount and also a major medical. We are also going to introduce a major assistance program for our members, because we believe the time has come for our union, our members, the members of this union, to be able to receive benefits when times are hard.
Current Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union President Nicole Martin will not be on the ballot this year, ending a 9-year term. Woods claims this is the first time in the history of the union one leader is stepping down without any acrimony.
The team has asked me to assume the leadership, and more than 99%, I would say, has asked me to assume the leadership, to which I've prayed about and sought my family. And so we're here to ensure that our union remains viable with the proper type of representation and leadership that we need going into this next season. Because we believe that in this country, leadership is in a crisis. So we definitely need good, strong, sturdy leaders to take our union to the next level.
Although disappointed that the Supreme Court did not rule in his favor to allow him to nominate for the upcoming Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union elections, leader of Team Destiny, Dave Beckford, says his fight continues to ensure that unions earn those weekly dues. Team Destiny now has to choose a new leader by nomination day, and Beckford says that will be done. He says outgoing President Nicole Martin and Secretary General Darren Woods failed to negotiate an industrial agreement.
We have no increase in salary with VAT being implemented, with the cost of living and the standard of living going on. Hotel workers, restaurant workers, we're suffering and we're hurting, and I can say that without fear because I am an employee at Atlantis and I've been working there for almost 24 years. So I'm not in the distance. I know exactly what the members are feeling and what they're going through. So I'm not concerned about the court ruling. The judge has ruled. All I'm saying to the members now is that it's time to make a change, and that we've had this administration in now for almost 10 years, and they have not delivered on their promises. The union is in its worst financial state ever, and members cannot get their benefits, their sick benefit. Members have passed away.
Beckford says Team Destiny has a 10-point plan for the hotel union, and it wants to restore accountability, update the Constitution, and other issues.
Upon taking office, I had planned as leader and as president to have an audit done of the union. That was one of the first things that we're going to do, and to establish a better working relationship with the Employers Association, because at the end of the day, their behavior towards the employers has also cost us to be in this position of not having a contract in place. And it's all about accountability and transparency. It's not about me. I'm only one person. I've been advocating and fighting for the rights of the membership in this union now for years, and I will not give up. I will still exercise my democratic right, and I will still speak out, because while I'm not a member because of the ruling of the Chief Justice, I am still an employee in the bargaining unit.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm C.S. Scatterly. The Bahamas' Chartered Financial Analyst Society has received the Global Network's 2018 Excellence Award for its initiative to build market integrity. Last week, it received the award at its global conference in Hong Kong. The award, part of the Institute's annual Society Excellence Awards program, recognizes the successful execution of the inaugural CFA Society, the Bahamas Financial Literacy Series. This initiative was designed to better prepare Bahamians to manage their financial affairs. In other business news, members of the Bahamas Financial Services Board attended the annual Society of Trust and Estate Practitioners Caribbean Conference in Bridgetown, Barbados last week under the theme Fast Forward Future Thinking. STEP is the Global Professional Association for practitioners who specializes in family inheritance and succession planning. The organization works to improve public understanding of the issues families face and promotes education and high professional standards among its members. This year, over 250 delegates were in attendance from all over the world. The Common Reporting Standard, fake news, scandals, and political uncertainty, and data security and cyber threats were just some of the topics addressed during the conference. And in international news, CBS issued a corporate declaration of war against its controlling shareholder, Shari Redstone, on Monday morning. Redstone has been pushing CBS Corporation and its sister company, Viacom, to merge, but CBS CEO Leslie Manooves and the CBS Board of Directors have reservations about the proposal. On Monday, CBS took drastic action by suing Redstone and her family's holding company, National Amusements. CBS wants to hold a special shareholder meeting on Thursday and use a dividend declaration to sharply dilute Redstone's control of the company from 79% to 17%. CBS says this is permitted by a provision in its charter. This has been your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm C.S. Scatterly.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
30 students from the Global Leadership Academy Charter School are here in Nassau to explore all that the Bahamas has to offer. It's a part of an annual education program that lets them go into the local schools and experience Bahamian culture.
It's better in the Bahamas!
This is an exchange program under the purview of the Student Services section. Each year, we host a group of students from the Global Leadership Academy. We usually have about 72 students and chaperones coming in from Philadelphia, and we give them a bit of the Bahamas. Usually, it is a part of their curriculum where they see the historical sites of the Bahamas.
The Ministry of Tourism's Training and Schools Unit is always on hand to assist the Ministry of Education in welcoming the students and ensure that their itinerary is full of cultural and historical experiences.
And like any program, we're just excited to know that we are doing our part in ensuring that our students receive the type of welcome that they deserve, and definitely to have them interact with other students from the D.W. Davis Junior High School. That's going to be a plus for them, and in addition to them seeing sights and sounds around the island. And the whole purpose of this exchange program is to ensure that our students see a little bit of the Bahamas, ensuring that they come back, and when they come back, they fly here and they have a wonderful time to be able to tell their friends and their family that it's definitely better in the Bahamas.
The Global Leadership Academy Charter School has been visiting the Bahamas for years to study the transatlantic slave trade, but officials say the best part for the students is the cultural exchange.
For our children to meet other children from the Bahamas, they ask them about their uniforms, they ask them about social media, and what they realize by the time that they leave that they have more in common than they have that's not in common.
Read more on tourismtoday.com. I'm Nikia Christie, and this is Tourism Today.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, at any time, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply today.
The Amri Company has been around many years. We are one of the oldest computer company here on the island. We have a wide range of other products, such as CCTV cameras, Promethean educational boards, ATM, alarms and safes, and also we carry a wide variety of software products.
So this Canon wireless color printer is valued at $99, but all of our Alive customers that come in and show us the app and they're part of the loyalty program will get a 20% discount. The Armory Company is an innovative leader in business and technology solutions, so we thought the partnership would be natural with Alive since they follow a similar mission.
Available at Jimmy's Liquor Store or your favorite restaurant or liquor stores throughout the Bahamas.
Know how you can save more money, save more time, earn more interest, and have more for the future? The solution is an account from Fidelity Bank. With our ASU Savings, fixed deposits, and preferred client program, you can get free financial advice from our team of experts, competitive interest rates, and free online banking for simple and safe banking anytime, anywhere. Open a fixed deposit or savings account with Fidelity by visiting a branch today. Get into the rhythm of saving with Fidelity. Fidelity, we're good for you.
The Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, under the theme Transforming Dreams into Reality, presents the 38th Annual General Meeting, Friday, May 25th, 6 p.m. at the British Colonial Hilton Hotel. Various issues will be addressed. Eligible members wishing to run for vacant positions on the Board of Directors or the Supervisory or Credit Committees should visit the union offices in Nassau or Freeport to complete the related forms by Friday, May 18th. Interested members are also invited to attend. Refreshments will be served.
More often than not, women are diagnosed with lupus, but tonight as we continue our awareness on the disease, we share with you the rare story of a young man who says contending with the illness has meant a balance of faith and family support. Here's LaDon Davis.
I was experiencing some joint pains, bringing up blood, and it was a lot of headaches.
These were just some of the symptoms undetected in the diagnosis of now 25-year-old McGill Major. Back in 2013, the father of one experienced symptoms he says some 13 local doctors were still unsure of his condition, even after conducting a series of testings.
They immediately told me, okay, you need to see the medical doctor. So I waited a few hours, saw the medical doctor, and they admitted me. When asked what was going on, they told me that they're not certain as yet, but they have to continue to run some tests.
And with no diagnosis in sight, McGill quickly did his research online and traveled to the United States for further medical attention. Within 30 minutes of his visit, doctors were able to determine that McGill did in fact have lupus, a disease he says changed his life forever.
The treatments I would normally go away on medication, no dialysis or anything of that sort. So right now the lupus for me is pretty much under control, and I visit my doctor pretty much once every 3 to 6 months.
The 5-year survivor says the overwhelming support received from family, co-workers, and other survivors, male and female, has given him the push he needs to fight and to share his story. And while treatments are going well, he believes more medical personnel is needed to assist persons living with lupus.
Hence the reason why our support group Lupus 242, we're actually bringing awareness to persons within the Bahamas and, well, New Providence and the surrounding islands, the entire Bahamas. And we just want you to get accustomed to it, because at any point in time it is a deadly disease, because I've seen persons died from it. There are males that are actually struggling with it, but they haven't gotten the correct diagnosis. Now I know there's maybe 1 or 2 rheumatologists that are here in the Bahamas, but I certainly feel like we should try to invest in some more.
LaDon Davis, ZNS Network.
Thanks, LaDon. Well, stay tuned. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more to come.
If you own a portfolio of securities within a brokerage account, like stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, you can access a hassle-free loan, known as a margin loan, based on the value of that portfolio. Your investment portfolio is essentially used as collateral for a cash loan. And the benefits are numerous. Simple and straightforward application, quick turnaround, a more competitive interest rate, no requirement for monthly payments. Contact us for more information on margin loans.
If you love seafood, it has to be fresh. Nobody understands this better than Geneva Brass Seafood. Yes, we're back for your wholesale or retail supply of fresh conch, lobster, grouper, jack, snappers, whatever. Geneva Brass Seafood, Eden Street off Arrington Road. Call 422-5349 or 803-5153. Geneva Brass Seafood open 7 days a week. Say you heard this ad on radio for your 474 coupon and get 5% off store-wide. Geneva Brass Seafood. It couldn't be more fresh unless you go and get it yourself.
Life is filled with choices. Every choice we make has a consequence. Whether big or small, financial choices have more lasting consequences than most. When we make sound financial choices, we improve our relationship with money and set ourselves up for financial success. Visit GetMoneySmartBahamas.com and learn how to get money smart today.
Whether you call her mom, mummy, or mama, nothing compares to a mother's love. And at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets, we salute mothers with great specials like Bluebird Juices 46-ounce can, $3.29. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. Value Time foam plates, 30 count, 2 for $3. Pine Sol cleaners, 28-ounce size, $2.99. Green peppers, $1.59 per pound. Pepperidge Farm cakes, 19-ounce size, $4.99. Thanks, Mom, from Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Free, reliable, anytime, anywhere, and instant. That's the benefits of using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Pay bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more. Enjoy the freedom of banking on your own terms. Why wait in line? Save time. Do your banking using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean to find out more.
Looking to upgrade your refrigerator stove or purchase an affordable home generator? We've got the perfect solution for you. Bahamas Welding and Fire is the best choice for the lowest prices in town. We carry top-of-the-line outdoor barbecue grills, air conditioners, refrigerators, stoves, generators, industrial hardware, and garden supplies with a wide assortment of tools and accessories. Open Monday through Saturday. Telephone 394-0004. BWF, we're more than just our name.
The performance speaks for itself. Pennzoil Synthetics, made from natural gas. Make the switch.
Every island and every key. Keep in touch with everybody. It's PTC every day. Every day.
I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
The Bahamas Masqueraders, one of the BTC-sponsored bands at Bahamas Carnival's Road March, proved once again why it is such a hit with the crowd. The street belonged to this band, and they made sure you knew it.
Anticipation right now is high. People in motion, ready to fly. The road in trouble on this here day. This section ready, ain't no place safe. It's Brigadoon boom time now. And we ain't even trying to explain. No, too late for you to hide now. If you out here, you must see come to play.
Listen, we cannot thank BGC enough. They have really stepped to the plate. They've determined that this carnival is another industry that we can harvest here in the Bahamas. And we're really appreciative of their efforts and all of the support that they've put behind Bahamas Carnival since inception.
Masqueraders, the one and only Masqueraders. Back on no time, my friends, my music,
The Bahamas Masqueraders, just one of the BTC-sponsored bands at this year's Bahamas Carnival. We can't wait to see you on the road with us for Bahamas Carnival 2019, once again brought to you by BTC.
If you out here, you must see come to play. Every island and every key. Keep in touch with everybody. It's BTC every day. Every day, every day, every day.
Well, we hope it was sunny in your part of the Bahamas today. For a check on conditions across the islands, we check in with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Hey there, Basil.
Hi, Keisha. Lots of shower activity around the northwest and central Bahamas. We'll tell you all about that later in the newscast. But right now, we'll take a look at temperatures around the Family Islands, and they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. It's going to be 79 degrees 81, in Freeport, Grand Bahama, 81 also in Green Torquay. That's in Abaco, Marsh Harbor at 79 degrees. And here in the capital, 79 as well. Harbor Island, Eleuthera, 78, 79 in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. Staniel Key in the Exuma Chain, 80, 80 also in Campus Bay, South Andrews, Fresh Creek, and Central Andrews as well. San Salvador, Rum Key, and Otterstown, Cat Island, even Georgetown, Exuma, by the way, reporting 79 degrees. 80s in Clarence Town, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Meguan at 81, Ackland's 81 degrees, Ragged Island 80, 83 in Matthewtown, Niagara, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the northwestern islands, the winds will be southeast at 15 to 20 knots, and that constitutes a caution flag for your boaters. Choppy seas at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. The low tide, that will take place at 1:24 in the morning in the central and southeastern islands. Winds also out of the southeast, but a little stronger at 15 to 25 knots, so an advisory is in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands. And tomorrow there will be no change in the wind pattern. We expect that southeast flow at 15 to 20 knots with caution flags holding, wave heights remaining at 4 to 7 feet. High tide 7:17 in the morning. The low tide will take place at 1:25 in the afternoon. And once again, advisories are up for the central and southeast Bahamas as the winds continue out of the southeast at 15 to 25 knots and the wave heights very rough at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. Taking you into Wednesday, cautions again. That southeast flow continues, and this is for the northwestern islands. Wave heights remaining at 4 to 7 feet. Low tide 8:05 in the morning. High tide will take place at 2:12 in the afternoon. In the central and southeastern islands, advisories again 15 to 25 knots out of the southeast with wave heights at 5 to 8 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It is time now for your trial forecast, and your trial forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. going to do it for your travel forecast brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is coming up in about 20 minutes.
Welcome to Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Osteoporosis causes bones to become weak and brittle. So brittle that a fall or even a mild stress like bending or coughing can cause a fracture. Osteoporosis occurs when the creation of new bone doesn't keep up with the removal of old bone. In the early stages of bone loss, you usually have no pain or other symptoms. But as osteoporosis advances, there can be severe back pain from collapsed vertebra, loss of height, and bone fracture that occurs more easily than expected, or a stooped, bent-over posture. Osteoporosis affects men and women of all races, but white and Asian women, especially those over the age of menopause, are at highest risk. 3 factors essential for keeping your bones healthy throughout your life are adequate amounts of calcium, adequate amounts of vitamin D, regular exercise. Men and women between the ages of 18 and 50 need 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day. This daily amount increases to 1,200 milligrams when women turn 50 and men turn 70. Good sources of calcium include low-fat dairy products, dark green leafy vegetables, canned salmon or sardines with bones, soy products such as tofu, calcium-fortified cereals and orange juice, or you can also consider taking a calcium supplement with vitamin D3. This has been Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Live your best life by living well.
Free, reliable, anytime, anywhere, and instant. That's the benefits of using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Pay bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more. Enjoy the freedom of banking on your own terms. Why wait in line? Save time. Do your banking using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean to find out more.
AID features Napa Auto Parts which meet or exceed OE specifications. Parts for Asian vehicles are available at great prices. Filters from $2, brakes from $22, tie rod ends from $21, head gaskets from $10, and fuel pumps from $32. AID is also your destination for the best selection of automotive accessories. Hubcap sets from $22.45, steering wheel covers from $4.50. Car mat sets from $8.45 and seat covers from $34.44. Wipers, wash and wax products, motor oils, and automotive chemicals for every vehicle. Angle grinders from $44.53. Pressure washers from $162. For the month of May, Napa chassis, steering, and suspension parts are 15% off at all AID locations. AID is now open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. AID, Blue Hill Road and Wolf Road have all you really need and more.
Where can you find amazing selections of tiles from around the world? Exquisite medallions, pool mosaics, all colorful, bright and bold. They got granite countertop for the kitchen, elegant vanity zincs for the bathroom, tile care and ruby too. Everything you need and more at the Tile King. The Tile King, located 69 Wolf Road. For more information, call 326-TILE or 326-5464.
Food. It is as essential as air is to breathe and water is to drink. Food is life. But where does our food come from? The Bahamas has more than 2,000 farmers, but it's hardly enough to keep up with our growing population. Or is it? We traveled the nation to find out the answers to the questions everyone is asking. Can we feed ourselves?
Battery and Tire Specialists, now even bigger and better. We carry the largest selection of quality name brand tires, batteries, and lubricants for automotive, marine, and heavy-duty equipment. With long-lasting batteries like Duracell, AC Delco, Premium Power, and Decker. We also retail and wholesale large selection of Valvoline motor oil. Come on in and visit Battery and Tire Specialists and the new 5-Bay Wheel Alignment Center at the junction of 7 Terrace and East Avenue, Centerville. Or call us at 242-328-0486. Battery and Tire Specialists. We keep you moving.
Introducing the Subway Simple 6 menu. 6 of our best 6-inch subs, now and made just for you meals for just $7.50 every day. Take your pick from our best subs, like the Italian PMT, tender turkey breast, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, and more. Pile them high with all of your favorite veggies, made just the way you say, with a 21-ounce drink and a bag of chips. The new Simple 6 menu is value made simple every day. Yeah, you so got it made. Subway, eat fresh.
No matter what your goals are in life, you have to start somewhere. It all begins with Leno. Leno, bridging possibilities. Call us at 396-3225 or email info@lenobahamas.com.
We'll be with you through new beginnings and sunset endings, through toil and many tears, through the joys and many fears. For all of life's ever-changing moments, trust J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers for all of your insurance needs. J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Monday. Having won 4 of the 5 Carifta Swimming Championship titles and sweeping all 3 age divisions in Carifta Water Polo, President of the Bahamas Aquatic Federation, Algernon Cargill, is looking forward to the remainder of this season. Cargill boasted about the success the Federation has seen over the years, confidently expressing that there's more to come.
We're very confident going into the CC camp. We're taking a small team, it looks like about 20 swimmers or so, and primarily we go in to take the very best swimmers the CC can, because not only is it an expensive trip to Aruba, but it's a very competitive group. We have the entire Central and South America, as well as the Caribbean, English and Spanish Caribbean there in Aruba. So it's going to be a very, very competitive meet. And it's bigger than Carifta, so our team will be smaller, but nonetheless we're looking to do well at CC can.
The Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation had a great showing despite not having the Grand Bahama bodybuilders compete in the Nationals and Novice Championships on the weekend. Winning the men's physique was Renor Ferguson. The muscular physique's title went to Rashid Edgecombe, who also won the men's bodybuilding novice title. Striking the best pose in the novice division was Reginald Delancey. Paul Wilson won the best pose open title. The overall men's champion was Charles Reckley. The Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation National and Novice Championships also served as a pre-qualifier for upcoming regional and international events. President Joel Stubbs revealed what will happen to the Grand Bahama athletes who opted out of competing in the weekend show and the consequences they now face.
Unfortunately, we can't, because the stipulations and the regulations coming from the IBB Office of the Caribbean now pretty much forbid those athletes that are going to leave the IBB Amateur League and go to the NPC. They're forbidden that right now. In fact, they must face penalties and probably suspensions.
After learning that there is a split in the BBFF, this ahead of the weekend's National and Novice Championships, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Michael Pintard, encouraged the recognized governing body of the sport to push on and not to be distracted.
If you are on the amateur track and seeking to represent the Bahamas, this is the organization that is responsible. And leave the rest of that discussion for another time so that we can invite the corporate community to support the Federation with sponsorship. It's not too late, even though the competition is this weekend, and to invite the public to come out and be a part of it.
The Bahamas has enjoyed the success in the sport of track and field, especially in the individual events, whether it's on the track or on the field. The numerous gold medals won in relays has also proven that the 242 is a country to be reckoned with. But what about the multiple events in track and field? Well, our Amajal Knowles tells us in this report that the Bahamas is on the rise.
The Bahamas may have a new track superstar on its hands. With a national indoor record and a gold medal performance at the Penn Relays last month under his belt, our news team caught up with decathlete Ken Mullings, who finished the event 491 points shy of the national outdoor record, on how he felt after the big feat.
I worked hard all year to accomplish the achievements I did all year, and the competition was good, so I felt good to win. When I'm competing at an international competition, I feel more exposed. Especially when I win meets like that, I feel like I'm more up there in the world ranking in the decathlete.
Hoping to build on what has been a stellar 2018 season so far, we asked Mullings what's next.
Senior nationals, me and my coach Admiral Roll, Mr. Cartwright, Mr. Cooper and James Roll, we are working on senior nationals to hopefully make the summer teams.
While there haven't been many notable Bahamian decathletes over the past few years, Mullings says he draws inspiration from a different former track star.
But you asked me that question, Chris Brown really was like a goal for me because he had a lot of national records. I don't really know him on a personal level, but on an achievement level, he's achieved a lot of stuff for the Bahamas, and I really like to work my way up to that level.
Mullings, who is also a sophomore physical education major at the University of the Bahamas, says he takes great pride that he's accomplished so much while training on home soil and attending UB, saying hopefully it will inspire others to stay home.
All starts with themselves, because look at people like Ariaki, the young boy who just ran 47 at Grifter. He trains here. Holland used to train here before he jumped the big 7 meters 72. Laquan used to train here. Stephen Gardner used to train here before he trained away. All of them accomplished what they did at home before they went away to a different coach. So if they could do that here first, why they couldn't just stay at home and accomplish this? So I feel like it's up to us as athletes to put in the work what the coach give us to get the achievements that we work for.
Mullings adding that qualifying for the 2020 Olympics is his ultimate goal. For ZNS Told Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Thank you so much, Amajal. The Big 12 Track and Field Championship was just one of many conference championships Bahamian athletes competed in over the weekend. Padria Seymour ran the 100-meter hurdles at the Big 12 Championship. She was second in 12.72 seconds. At the American Athletic Conference, Houston Breanne Bethel won the 100 meters in a personal best time of 11.20 seconds. It was also a new championship record. Bethel stopped the clock at 22.74 seconds in the 200 meters for the win. Devin Charlton leading the pack at the Big 10 Conference Championship, running away with the 100 meters and the 100-meter hurdles titles and placing 7th in the 200 meters. In the 100 meters, Charlton clocked 11.22 seconds. Her time in the 100-meter hurdles was recorded at 13.07 seconds and 23.61 seconds in the 200 meters. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Life happens, and when it does, FG Insurance Agents and Brokers is here. We help you protect the assets you've worked hard to attain. We offer home, auto, marine, commercial, and liability insurance. Don't hesitate to protect what matters with FG Insurance Agents and Brokers. Visit us and speak to your agent today. Or call us at 396-1490 in Nassau or 688-1500 in Freeport.
Yeah, child, I can ride this right on this rim. Y'all guess what? What? I ain't got no spare. Let me just get a jump from the hacker. Nah, this flat. Guess what? If you back around the corner of Wolf Road, there's a tire store. I go in there right now. Don't look at nosy, Shirley. You know, shut up in my head in the back there. Stop making nerds. Hey, sweet boy, give me one of them tires. And while you at it, check this bag.
Epic Wolf Road now has tires too. Why not replace your tires on the weekend? Wolf Road is open 7 days a week, including holidays. Visit us today.
Rugs, carpet tiles, ceramic tiles, floor mats, even vinyl flooring. Find them all at Wright's Carpet Masters located on Bernard Road. Let them cater to your home or your office needs, and you can choose from a variety of carpets, floor mats, cashmere, oriental rugs, and area rugs. And if you can't come to us, we will bring the business to you, offering free estimates and deliveries to the Family Islands. Wright's Carpet Masters will get it right for you. Located on Burnett Road, telephone number 364-1260.
Life is better with Rubus Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubus Reward tag is free at every Rubus service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubus, it's just better.
Cellular Electronics is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. From the latest in cell phones and accessories like the iPhone 6s Plus to the Samsung S6 Edge, the latest in game consoles, games, and accessories. We also carry the best hoverboards, stereo sound systems, and much more. We also have certified technicians to fix all your electronic needs. Located in the Coconut Grove Plaza and the Mall at Marathon. What are you waiting for? Come on down to CTI Cellular and Electronics today.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan, or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean, banking that fits your life.
It's the month of May Mother's Day Prize Palooza. Just buy these products and enter to win great gift cards or cash for your mom. There'll be 2 winners every week in the month of May Mother's Day Prize Palooza.
The Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, under the theme Transforming Dreams into Reality, presents the 38th Annual General Meeting, Friday, May 25th, 6 p.m. at the British Colonial Hilton Hotel. Various issues will be addressed. Eligible members wishing to run for vacant positions on the Board of Directors or the Supervisory or Credit Committees should visit the union offices in Nassau or Freeport to complete the related forms by Friday, May 18th. Interested members are also invited to attend. Refreshments will be served.
Bounty and Charmin will have you winning and grinning.
Yes!
Buy these products and enter to win these prizes.
Nice!
Win and grin with Bounty and Charmin today.
BTC is giving the gift of rollover data, plus free unlimited WhatsApp calls, texts, pictures, and videos. Choose from our 1-day plan for $349, 7-day plan for $999, or a 15-day plan for only $29.99. We've even thrown in unlimited BTC to BTC calls and texts. Dial *203# to activate your plan today. Share every moment with BTC. Terms and conditions apply.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have this area of surface low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, and that is tangling up with an upper level trough, which is pushing towards the north and then eventually towards the northwest, and that will drag some tropical moisture across the northwest Bahamas tonight and tomorrow. Most of these showers right now are offshore, but as they lift towards the north, some of them will find their way inland. And tonight we're looking at mostly cloudy conditions with pockets of showers and even an isolated thunderstorm very possible. Low temperature getting down to 75 degrees. Tomorrow we're going in for mostly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be heavy at times, particularly during the late mornings and early afternoon hours. 85 degrees for your high temperature. Extended weather forecast over the next 7 days. Heavy showers and thunderstorms continuing right into Wednesday. Things dry out a bit on Thursday for you. Showers back in the forecast on Friday. The weekend is looking perhaps pretty nice for you, but the winds will be a major factor. So breezy conditions for the next several days. So if you are planning any kind of boating, this is certainly not the week for you to be on the waters.
Still a little prettier picture than last
last week with all.
Absolutely.
all the rain.
But tomorrow we could see one or two of the little heavy rounds that are taking place as that system continues to push towards the north.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, that does it for us in the Bahamas tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, thanks so much for looking in. Have a good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
He got his start at the age of 15, and now he is a recording gospel artist nationally and internationally.
Sometimes people change, even some methods change.